and welcome to Grandma's Attic Music Review. I'm so happy to be with you tonight. I have just so much fun going out and searching for talent and bringing them here to this show, and tonight is unlike any other because it's new and different, and she is going to just entertain you with her uniqueness and her, well, I will say weirdness, because she calls her own self weird. So I'd like you to help me welcome into your home this evening, Victoria Lee Atkins.
Hello. Thanks for watching tonight. Yes, I'm Victoria Lee Atkin, and I'll be singing a few original songs. This first one's called Soil Eyes. That is not how it's supposed to sound. I'm sorry. My mind's a cloudy afternoon, and your flowers, they are still in are the color of the dirt, fixated on my flowered skirt. And when the thoughts of you surround me and your body's close to mine, I'm uprooted, I'm not grounded. Feel safe when you're right there by my side, though I'm searched through 100,000 eyes. I'm indecisive, don't you know? Takes time for things like this to grow. And when the thoughts of you surround me and your body's close to mine, I'm uprooted, I'm not grounded. And when life crashes around me, it's you. And when perplexion finds me, it's you that gets me through. You get me through. I like when your hair falls in your face, but I'm thinking I might need some space. I've been confusing for a while. Every time I'm with you, make me smile. And when the thoughts of you surround me and your body's close to mine, I'm uprooted, I'm not grounded. And when life crashes around me, it's you. And when perplexion finds me, it's you who gets me through. You get me through. My mind's a cloudy afternoon, and your flowers, they are still in bloom. Thank you. Yeah, that song's a little weird because I make up a word. Perplexion is definitely not a word. I looked it up. But I used it because it works. So this next one is one of the first songs I ever wrote. It's called Cherry Red. For the past month and a half, I've been working my ass to get you out of my head. Haven't had much success, I better lay this to rest, 'cause I think I might drop dead. I don't know what to do than just sing a tune to tell the way that I feel, 'cause it's so real. And I know you don't feel the same, but if you came my way, we could shine a light, and I would show you how bright we could be. And when I hug you so tight, it takes all of my might not to kiss you on your lips, 'cause they're so cherry red that I say in my head, you will never get that kiss. I don't know what to do than just sing a tune to tell the way that I feel, 'cause it's so fucking real. And I know you don't feel the same, but if you came my way, we could shine a light, and I would show you how bright we could be. La da 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 dee da 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 dee da da da. La da 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 dee da 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 dee da da da. Oh, I don't know what to do than just sing a tune to tell the way that I feel, 'cause it's so fucking real. And I know you don't feel the same, but if you came my way, we could shine a light, and I would show you how. I don't know what to do, but just sing a tune to tell the way that I feel, 'cause it's so fucking real. And I know you don't feel the same, but if you came my way, we could shine a light, and I would show you how bright we could be. Thank you. All right. Yeah. So my next song is something I wrote quite recently. It's kind of a prelude to the song after that. So it's kind of confidence, and then the next song is a little bit of anxiety and unconfidence. So, we're in confidence. Okay, here we go. So. I've been having dreams I never had before I met you. A spiral staircase leading to a bed. Now what the hell is that supposed to mean? According to the Dream Dictionary, I'm embarking on a fantastic self-discovery journey. I'm thinking maybe you should join me, 'cause I'd rather be discovering you and you discovering me. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, you asked me if I knew the Heimlich maneuver, because you said you were choking on your words. I said I had a few to tell you, but I'd said that thing so low it wasn't heard. There've been days when dying didn't seem so bad, but now those thoughts are 1,000 miles away. Never have I ever, never not had any doubts about feeling this sort of way. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh, Thank you. Okay. So yes, the next song, as I mentioned before, I call it the anxiety prelude song, or interlude song, actually. It's more of an interlude than a prelude. And yeah, this is just, a lot of times I write music when I'm feeling a little anxious or worried, and it helps me get the thoughts out of my mind. And so this is just basically what I was thinking in a moment a little while ago. Oh, and then the last verse is actually by my boyfriend. He wrote it to me when I sang it. So this goes out to Koala Bear. Here it comes again, the anxiety sets in when I have to leave your side. I really shouldn't mind this much, you see, my insecurities, and you reassure my mind because it happens all the time. I'm a fucking weirdo. Will there come a day when you will drive away and I won't hear another word? I convince myself that's absurd, but there's a thought in my mind saying I'm not worth your time. I try to accept I'd be okay without you, but I really doubt that that's true. I'm a fucking weirdo. A fucking weirdo. I'm a fucking weirdo. There will come a day, this will go away. We'll look back like what a time. This will be so far behind us. I mean, can't you see how much you mean to me? You're everything I need, my one and only tree. I'm a fucking weirdo. You're a fucking weirdo. We are fucking weirdos, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you. All right. All my fears are right in front of me, all in spirit form, laughing and prodding. All at once my soul is feeling scorn. I heard what you say. I heard what you say. I try to scream and run away, but my mouth is sewn shut. Their bloodshot eyes pounding into me. I rip open my lips and scream, fuck. What did you say? What did you say? Who placed my soul here? Where the hell am I? When will I start to live? When will I start to die? someone please find the answers, for I don't know where to turn. Do I look above or look below? Explanation is what I yearn. As long as we meet again, I know I will be fine. There will be peace in my soul. There will be peace in my mind. That's what you say. That's what you say. Who'll place my soul here? Where the hell am I? When will I start to live? When will I start to die? Oh, die. Thank you. Okay, and next one is it's a bit personal, but I might as well go for it. I think it's a good topic to confront. It's hard for a lot of people to confront this topic, but I think it's really important, so I'm gonna sing this song. The vacant years everlasting in my mind, you drank along thinking that we'd be just fine. Now you shiver and my heart it aches. I lost all of the things that you had at stake. All those years that we'll never get back. If there was one thing, it'd be the lunch you packed. Small token to show that you cared, but in my mind you're never really there. Mom, I wanna make you feel happy and free. You know I've seen so much you didn't wanna see. You know you scared me those nights you run away. You always left when I begged you to stay. Oh my, oh my, I've got, oh I've got. My daddy's in rehab blues. Oh my, oh my, I've got, oh I've got. My daddy's in rehab blues. I got used to the musical score. All the nights I fell asleep on the kitchen floor. The minor tunes that followed me, the wailing blues that called out to me. Now, Daddy, I want you to know that now that I am grown, I'm thankful for all that I've learned, even though it left me little burned. Oh my, oh my, I've got, oh I've got. My daddy's in rehab blues. My, oh my, oh I've got. My daddy's in rehab blues, and I have heard you lie. You know I've cried
All right, I think I have time for one more song.
At least.
At least one more song. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna play a nice love song to kind of lighten the mood after that. Super cheesy. Keep that in mind. It's meant to be super cheesy and corny because everybody loves a little corn every so often.
That your heart can beat for me. Can't you see that your heart will never be broken? Your heart will never be broken when you're with me. I would like to dance with you, just you and I, under the lights of the stars. I would like to run with you, hand in hand, through a golden field of wheat. Can't you see that your heart will never be broken? Your heart will never be broken. Your heart will never be broken when you're with me. When you're with me. When you're with me. When you're with me.
Thank you.
So Victoria's going to come over and sit with me. And while she's coming over, I just want to remind you all that it is fall now. And yeah, we're in the hurricane season. And I hope that everybody has been safe and is doing the best that they can when the weather is somewhat unpredictable. I hope that you're all paying attention to the weather reports and taking care of your neighbors. Hi, Victoria.
Hello.
Welcome to the Grandma's Attic.
Thank you for having me.
It's wonderful to have you here.
I'm very happy to be here.
I'm so glad that you were able to make it. Let's talk a little bit about your history. When did you start playing music?
I started playing music, I started on the flute in 4th grade band.
Yep.
And I still play the flute to this day. And I started singing in middle school around 8th grade. I realized I could harmonize with my sister really well in 8th grade, and ever since then I started loving singing, and I couldn't stop singing since that point. And yeah, it's just continued throughout my high school years, my college years, and I've just always been interested in music.
Now, do you have any formal education besides your flute?
Formal musical education?
Yeah.
I did have singing lessons for quite a while, and I was mostly interested in musical theater at the beginning of my singing career, I guess you could call it. And I started singing with my ukulele like maybe 3 years ago when I got my ukulele for Christmas.
What made you decide to play the ukulele? Besides getting it for Christmas, what made you decide that you were going to use the ukulele as your accompaniment?
It's portable, It's cute. It sounds good. It's pretty easy to play. Yeah, it's not a very hard instrument. Because first I tried the guitar, because we owned a guitar already.
Yep.
And it's definitely more difficult on your fingers because of the metal strings.
Yep.
And then my mom surprised me with a ukulele, and I figured out that the chords are like way easier to learn on ukulele. And it's very easy to do the fingerings because of, the nylon strings.
Yep.
But then I eventually went on to learn guitar, and I have a couple songs on guitar that I've written, but I didn't share them today.
No, but that's all right. That's
Yeah.
all right. You can come back again once you get your CD done.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, definitely.
So, do you come from a musical family? You say you had a guitar and your mom got you a ukulele. Are your parents musical at all?
No. My mom and, apparently my dad played music in high school, but they both don't play music. They're not musicians, but my grandpa was a musician apparently. And me and my twin sister started singing together and playing the instruments in band, so that's really how it
Twins.
started. Yes.
Twins, that sibling harmony just comes naturally, doesn't it?
Yes.
Do you do things with her now?
Yeah, we sing together, and we sometimes play some shows. I've done a lot of writing my own songs, obviously, and she has a couple of songs of her own, but she'll help me harmonize on some of my songs, and so yeah, we definitely still play together.
Now, where do you show off your talent? Where are places that people might be able to see you doing what you do best?
Well, I live in New Haven, and mostly I'll play around there in that vicinity. There's also coffee shops in Bethel, and but I've played at Toad's Place. I got the chance to play there for...
Nice. That's where I heard about you.
Yeah. So that was exciting. Hopefully I'll maybe get the chance to play there again sometime. And there's other coffee shops in the area. I played at the coffee shop called Coffee, Koffe.
Yep.
And yeah, mostly just little venues because I'm not really, I think I work a small crowd better. I would rather play in front of a small crowd of people.
What do you think about being on TV?
I think it's kind of crazy, pretty awesome. It's really fun to see all the cameras, I guess.
Those are your people out there. Those say hi to your people.
Hello,
Yeah.
hi people.
What do you want to do with your writing? Where do you want it to go? Where do you want to take your songwriting?
Well, I would definitely like to compile my songs into an album, at least, and just have that, because I've recorded one of my songs, which I'll play after.
Okay.
But I haven't had the chance to record any of my other songs, except for one other with like an amateur recording person. So I'm in a music technology class at the moment, so I'm learning how to do like recording and editing and stuff like that. So hopefully sometime soon I'll be able to record my own songs. And
So you're going to school for music technology?
No.
You're just taking a course?
Yes, I'm taking that course, which I'm really excited about. It's really fun. But I'm actually a biology major at Southern.
Nice.
So, yep, this morning I came from vertebrate anatomy, and here I am in front of a bunch of cameras.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you have to dissect critters to be in that class.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good for you. Do you like doing that?
Yeah, no, dissecting animals, or
Yeah.
it's definitely interesting. I wouldn't say I like it. It's cool. I enjoy seeing the insides of animals, which is a little strange, but then like
Where
I said,
are you going to go with that?
Well, I am very interested in conservation of animals. I I'm starting to think about doing a research project on bats.
Nice.
Because they're really good indicators of climate change.
They are.
Yeah, so I'm in love with life and biology and animals and nature and everything like that, and music. And yeah, I have another song that I wrote inspired by climate change and how like dire an issue it is at the moment. And yeah, I didn't get a chance to play it, but maybe someday I'll record it and
then you can come back and play it on my show.
That'd be awesome. I would love to.
When you're writing songs, do the songs come to you, or do you have to sit down and make yourself write music?
Usually it happens where the songs come to me. I'll, like I said, I'll be in a spot of like anxiety, or like I'm overthinking about something, or I'm thinking a lot about like one person that I really, really like, or something like that. And I'll just happen to have my ukulele in my hands and I'll just play. I find like a couple chords that sound pretty cool, and then I just write the lyrics right there, and that's usually how it works. It doesn't, I don't usually like sit down and write the lyrics and then write the music or anything like that. It's mostly like they come together in a package. And it just kind of...
So it comes natural for you?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Nice, nice. It's not like that for other writers, by the way. It's hard. So do you always use your uke to write music, or do you use your flute ever anymore to write music, or do you use your guitar to write music, or?
Yeah, I have some songs on guitar, and I play in the recording. For the song It's Different, there's a little flute solo that I recorded.
Nice!
Yeah, so I really love playing the flute and improvising and stuff like that.
So do you think that your background comes from a jazz background? If you say you want to improvise with your flute, is that from a jazz background, or just wanting to go with the flow?
Well, I never had a jazz background, really. I never listened to jazz much, but then college has really opened my eyes about music, because I took a music improvisation course last semester, or 2 semesters ago, and then I took a jazz history writing course.
There you go.
And we listened to a lot of jazz, and we learned about a lot of jazz musicians, and so it was kind of a perfect transition from music improvisation and then jazz history. It just like fit together, and it kind of like expanded my range of knowledge on like how to improvise and what improvisation really is.
Right.
So yeah, I guess it does come from a jazz background a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, you say that you sing, you say at one point today, you said you were singing to your, quote, koala bear. That was your words.
Yes.
Do you find that relationships are one of the things that make you write music the most?
Definitely, yes. And I think that goes for a lot of people. It's more, I mean, it's not necessarily relationships. I mean, it is, but it's more like, what am I passionate about at that moment? Like, what is going through my mind, and what am I really, like, thinking about a lot? And if it happens to be, like, my boyfriend, or, you know, a love interest, or whatever, or family, then it'll kind of come out in that way. Or if it's about, like, nature, or, you know, the earth and stuff like that, it comes out in that way. If I'm nervous about the future, I'll write about that. So it's really dependent on what I'm thinking about, but a lot of times it is close relationships that I think about a lot.
Yeah.
But, you know, so.
Nice. So your song about your dad in rehab, I'm sure that comes from real life scenario. It's a cute song. It's a cute song, but it comes from pain.
Yeah.
That was real intense pain for you.
Yeah.
do you like writing from a place of pain, or would you rather write from the happy relationship side? Which way do you like to write more?
I think that like songs that kind of trigger an emotional response in the listener and in me when I'm playing it are really powerful, and I like that I can, like, it's obviously it's not great that I went through, you know, some difficult times in my life, but I think it's definitely good to have an outlet to focus that energy. And so I like writing about when I'm like feeling hurt and thinking about things that have upset me or, you know, caused negative reactions. But I definitely like singing about happy stuff too. I mean, I don't really like staying in one niche for a long period of time. I like to go all over the place, and obviously because I feel like my songs had a bunch of different topics.
So you said earlier in the interview that you prefer playing to smaller crowds. When you're playing to however many people you're playing to, does the audience feed you, or do you feed the audience?
Oh, that's a good question. I definitely try to talk to the audience and interact a little bit, because it's a little awkward being on stage when you're like 2 feet away from like 10 people or something, and you know, you could literally have a conversation with any of them at any time, but if you're on a stage, on a like raised stage, and there's like a big or like more of a crowd, then you can't really talk to people that much. So yeah, I guess I sort of feed the audience a little bit by like talking to them and kind of explaining what my songs are about, and if people that I wrote the songs about are in the audience, then, you know, I'll talk to them about that. But yeah, I think, I mean, the audience definitely feeds me too, because if they're not feeling the sadness, then I'm not going to sing another sad song. I'm going to sing a happy song.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you actually feel what the audience is getting from your songs? Do you see from the audience reaction what they're getting from your songs, or do you wait and listen for, because there's reaction that's audible, but there's also that reaction that's felt.
Right.
And which way would you go with your response to the audience?
Well, I definitely watch to see if they're like paying attention, because you know, if they're on the, like, audiences can do whatever they want. They could be on their phones, they could be talking, but yeah, some people have like called out to me, like saying like, oh, I really loved that song, and stuff like that. So because they're usually very small crowds of people, so yeah.
So yeah, so your Weirdo song,
Yes.
it has struck home with me, because I think that I'm a weirdo, and I think that a lot of the people that I am closest to are weirdos too.
Yes.
But that makes them normal.
Right.
So where did you come from, and what made you write a song about the word weirdo? I mean, it could take on some negative connotations.
Yeah.
And so what made you write that song that way?
Yeah, it definitely could. When I was writing it, it was almost like it was a negative thing to me at first, and I was like, I'm so weird. Why do I think about all this stuff? Like, this stresses me out. Like, I'm just such a weirdo, you know? And then, but I've like come to terms with it, obviously.
With your
and
weirdo.
with my weirdness, with my, you know, thoughts and everything that makes me weird. And I've just, I mean, you hear people saying like, if you're a normal person, you're not very fun. Like I'm friends with a lot of weird people because
Right, me too.
I love weird people because they're interesting to talk to. They're
But
fun.
I think that the word unique also goes in the same category
Yes.
as weird.
Unique, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't mean weird as like a bad thing at all. Right now, I'm using it as like definitely a positive thing because that's what it's become to me. It's become a positive adjective. And
I think that song could go to number one.
Yeah.
I think that's a great song for, yeah. I think that a lot of people can relate to being a little weird,
Yeah.
especially fucking weirdos. I think that a lot of us can relate to really being that.
Yeah.
I know I can. And
Yes.
I think that a lot of our audience will relate to that song also.
Good.
So what do you like to do in your spare time besides you're a college student, so you're studying all the time and you're writing music. What do you do besides that? What do you do with your spare time?
I ride my bike.
Okay.
Yeah, what do I do in my spare time? I don't have a lot of spare time. That's the only thing. Because I have a lot of classes that I have to do homework for. So homework, it's the thing I do in my
Homework's
spare time.
Fun
Homework. I love homework.
Yeah.
That's how you have to be.
Don't tell your professors that. They'll give you more.
I know. Oh gosh. So yeah, I'm doing homework. I work for a hotel right now. I work and go to school, and yeah, I like to go see bands around the area in New Haven.
New Haven's a great place to see music.
It really is. There are so many amazing live musicians there. Like jazz is very like present in New Haven.
Yeah, it is.
And I love that.
So after your jazz class that you took, you have decided that you really like to not just listen to it, but to see it live.
Yes, definitely. And that was part of the class. I did have to go to a couple concerts and write reports on it. But after that, during that, I discovered like I actually really enjoy this a lot. This is really awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, jazz is great.
So you're going to school for biology, but it seems like you're taking a lot of music courses, as well as those must be elective courses, not things that you have to do to become a biologist. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Well, I definitely want to continue on my track of research with the biology sciences, and I can't ever see myself traveling, like, because I want to travel to do research because I want to go out in the field and collect data and everything like that.
Yeah.
But I can't see myself traveling without my ukulele. So I definitely will bring that along with me and continue. Music has been like a very major part of my life, but it's also somewhat of a hobby, which is good for me, I think, because with biology there's a lot of stress, so it's really nice to have like music as something that I can just decompress and do it happily without any stress at all. So I'm definitely going to be writing more songs. I'm definitely going to be doing research and working hard, I guess.
Yeah, you will be working hard. That's a hard field to be in, and it's not a big money maker, by the way.
I know.
But
neither
that's
is
okay.
music, so.
Yeah.
Right?
Not unless you make it really big.
Yeah.
So you remind me of someone that actually has made it somewhat big. She's pretty famous. Her name is Zoe Lewis.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever heard of Zoe Lewis?
No.
Well, Google her.
Okay.
Because if you listen to some of her songs, you'll see a lot of you in a lot of what she does.
Oh, cool.
And,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it really is. Who besides, I mean, she's not a musical influence for you, but who are some of your musical influences?
I love Sarah Bareilles. Her voice is amazing. and her songs are really great too. I like a lot of like indie rock bands, but I don't know if they're necessarily influences for me. I like Jukebox a Ghost, Young the Giant, and I don't know, a lot of bands. Musical influences. My friends are musical influences of me. Like I have a friend named Quinn who's she's young, but she's already got an EP out.
Nice.
Yeah, so she's definitely an influence for like songwriting for me. Just being around musicians. My boyfriend's also a musician, and like my sister and her boyfriend, and so like I have a lot of musicians around me, and I definitely get influenced by them.
What do your parents think of you doing the music thing?
My mom has always been very supportive of it. Like even when I wanted to go to college for music, she's always been very supportive. Never said don't do that. Don't don't pursue something that's so uncertain. So she's always been a huge support, and she loves it. She comes to like most all of my shows. Nice. And my dad makes it to some also.
That's nice. That's good. It's good that they support you.
Yeah.
When you take the time to sit and reflect on what you're doing, what do you think of you and your music? What do you think of you and your music? I don't want you to reflect on what other people say about you or what people say to you. Right. What do you think about you and your music?
I think that this music that I write, I mean, it's just what kind of comes out, and it's just it's like how I said it was like very personal. Like all my songs are very personal to me. I'd say they all have like a pretty deep meaning to me, and so when I sing them for people, I'm kind of opening myself up to like an audience, which I know a lot of musicians do that. But I don't know. I think it's just I see kind of, I almost want to say like a little bit of storytelling, like not totally Broadway style, but I think I have like a bit of a Broadway influence or musical influence, like musical theater influence. So I think I think it kind of comes out a little bit, like if I could like compile all of these into like a musical show or something like that, maybe they would have like a storyline to them or something. But I don't, I see myself as simple and
simple and
lighthearted. Yeah.
When we all leave this earth, as we all will, we all leave behind something. We leave behind something in a way of it being our legacy. What is your legacy going to be? What do you want to leave behind when you leave? What do you want to leave behind to your children and grandchildren and the future of this world?
I definitely want to leave behind just the like fact of life's purpose is to be happy. In my opinion, it's to do whatever it takes to make yourself happy, and avoid the things that you know will make you unhappy, and not get too involved in things that could become addictive or like in a negative way, and just whatever you do, as long as it's making you happy, you definitely should continue it, but you also have to see the bigger picture and know where you're going to go from there also. So I think, I really want to make a difference in the world in some way before I leave. So if I could, like with my songs, if I could be relatable to people, then that would be awesome. I would love for people to relate, because that's what music has done for me, is it's been a very healing thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
So other musicians that sing about their struggles have been really influential and on my own mind. And just to also, aside from music, to just be like very mindful of the earth that we're living on, like that this is kind of like a gift to us.
Yep.
And we can't take it for granted and take advantage of it. We have to maintain it and keep it the way, we can't, it's no longer the way it is. It was before humans started constructing all these things, but if we could try to maybe backtrack a little bit of what we've caused, like the negative things that we've caused.
Yeah. Yep.
Just like being mindful of the planet and being in nature is like very like healing and
It is
positive.
I want to wish you good luck with all of that, and with your bat research. That will be a lot of fun, and I hope that it brings some music to you. We, as always, have run out of time, and I want to thank you so much for coming and being here with me. Would you please take us out with a song?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I just want to say thank you all for listening to the Grandma's Attic Music Review. We have so much fun bringing music to you. I want to remind you that this neighborhood is your neighborhood. The shops that are downtown are run by your neighbors and your friends. And if you support them, then you keep the economy here in our community. It's so important to encourage the economic growth of our community by supporting local community stores, community galleries, community whatever. If you can spend your money here in your community, then you're doing the right thing. So anyway, thank you all for watching the Grandma's Attic Music Review, where adventures begin, secrets are shared, and treasures are found. And we'll see you next week. Until then, bye-bye and God bless.
It's different when I talk to you. There's no uncomfortable sigh, more like a moderate high. It's better when I'm touching you. So close I could cry, don't feel like I wanna die. I fall asleep all alone and I feel so equal. How can I be so unique when there's so many people? I'm hidden in my disguise. Will you love me even when I cry? I'm waiting here now for you. I would have stayed all night, heard that song one more time, maybe then you